Good job, Wargaming. You created a 1v1 tournament and added a special condition that only light tanks are allowed to this game. Good, because, you know, I was going to bring my Tier 1 artillery or my Tier 1 tank destroyer or my Tier 1 heavy. Those don't exist. Those don't exist. Come on. Anyways, let's try to win ourselves 500 more gold, because why not? I like gold. I don't know about you guys. I like gold. Alright, so I have decided to bring this little Tier 1 French tank. Disclaimer, I know nothing, absolutely nothing, about Tier 1 tanks. Okay, maybe not absolutely nothing, but very, very little. So I know people are going to tell me, hey, you should have brought that other tank. It's much better than this thing. I don't care. Do I really need to bring the best tank every time to do good? What do you guys think? I'm sounding very cocky saying that, but do you think I need to bring the best tank in the game every time to win these things? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. We're going to give it our all here anyway. This is only Tier 1 I have sitting in my garage, and no, I'm not going to go spend money on those super expensive Tier 1 tanks to buy another one. I don't even have a good crew in this thing. I just grabbed it because I could. Anyway, kind of last minute signed up, like, hey, why not? I've got nothing going on tonight. Sure. There's nothing better I'd rather do on 4 o'clock in the evening kind of thing. So same tactic I use in pretty much every other Tier 1v1 on Mittengard. Hey, we're in Mittengard again. We're not on any of those crappy other maps that should have no part in having 1v1s on. No more Runeberg, no more Wide Park. Mittengard, I missed you. I really, really missed you. This little thing, however, this little FT, I'm not sure how much I missed you. I mean, you're pretty slow. So this thing, I'll tell you what I do know about this thing. Well, first off, Tier 1's armor isn't really too much of a thing. We are loading premium rounds anyway, just because why not? There goes half his health. But as you can see, this thing does have a pretty nasty little rapid-fire gun. Not very accurate, so when you're aiming at anything farther than about 1.5 meters away, you do need to just aim for the center mass and hope for the best. Would it be a good idea to let go and basically fire it in like 3 short bursts, for example? Yeah, it would be a good idea. You'd be more accurate, but I don't have time for that. Come on. Come on. I'm just here to shoot stuff, and that's about it. And I also found out about this nifty little spot here on this map that I'd never really considered before. And that is this pile of rubble right here. What this pile of rubble is going to allow me to do, as soon as I haven't yet realized it in this game, because as you may or may not know, I play the tournament, then I save the replay files, and then I go back, record the replay files, throw those into Sony Vegas, and then record this audio from my beautiful, sexy voice that you're hearing over top of that. So, hey, look, I can climb up this. This allows me to see over to where that guy just was, around his cap circle. It also allows me to see down this to my right if the guy appears. And if he appears to my right, I can just floor it over top of that ridge, go towards his side, and if he appears in front of me, I can just back down and into safety. And if I feel like I can shoot the guy without getting shot back, sure. But the only problem with that is that when I'm aiming back onto the side that I'm on now, I don't have the gun depression to shoot down at anything, so it's more of just spotting in that direction more than anything. It's the idea of that spot is to not allow myself to be caught by surprise, which is really my biggest thing in tournaments. My biggest advice in tournaments: never be caught by surprise. And following that, I would say never play by their terms. Make sure they play by yours. And now, how are you going to make them do that? That depends on your tank. But the best way to do that, I would say, is don't let them catch you by surprise. There you go. Make sure you see him coming. So now I'm just trying to locate the guy. I knew he was over here somewhere last I spotted him. Where are you? So I'm just cautiously peeking around the corner. Aim to our lefts, look to our rights. Peek around this corner. Is he over here still? No. I thought maybe he'd be just around that corner enough that I wouldn't be able to spot him when I came the other direction. Where are you? This game only has a minute left. I want to kill you. Let me kill you. He's probably not over here, but I guess I'm going to go over here anyway. Oh, hey, he is. And I spotted him through that wall. These walls are so weird. Just let auto aim take care of that. As our commander announces things we've done for the next 30 seconds. Perfect. Alright, what's he going to do? He's going to just play Ring Around the Rosie. He is probably a faster tank than me. I mean, hopefully he's not slower than me for his sake. So this is going to be very difficult. How are we going to be able to catch him? Are we going to be able to outsmart him here? He's facing the wrong direction. He's struggling to turn his tank around. Can I catch him in time? He's going to get over this mound of rubble. Can I put shots into him? I left him on 4 health points. 4 health points. One more shell would have killed him, in all likelihood. But no, it didn't. So now, I've got 10 seconds left of this game. Absolutely no way to catch him. And he's got 4 health points. Well, game 1 is a draw. That's great. I hope this isn't some sort of thing that's going to happen in every single game. I don't want to have all these draws. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games I had on this. That's how many people showed up to fight me. The rest were too scared. No, they weren't, but they just didn't show up. So, let's see what happens. I have a terrible habit, too, of signing up for these 1v1 tournaments, because you might as well, and then never, ever showing up for them. So I'm basically just giving somebody in my bracket an easier victory. But a lot of people don't show up, and I often forget about them, too, just because, once again, unlike the team tournaments, where it'd be like a 3v3 or 5v5, 15 versus 15, whatever, people are relying on you to be there, and if you don't show up, you completely screw up the whole thing. But these 1v1s, it's like, you don't show up, no big deal, people get a better prize. Congratulations to them. What are we going to do now? We're going to use this newfound spot, if we can get up there, and try to use it to kick some butt. These little engines always sound like a lawnmower or something. I like listening to them. I say that as soon as I'm quiet so you can hear when it's really quiet. Now I'm bored. I'm testing my gun elevation angles. Gun depression, it kind of sucks. I'm thinking, hey, what if this guy comes down my right side? Am I going to be able to spot him? Is there any kind of viewing devices on the back end of my tank? I think I need to have the turret showing. The turret needs to have a line of sight in order to see him. That big thing on top is a viewport. There's probably a viewport in the front of the tank too. I can't quite tell right now. I have no crew skills, as you just saw in that little pop-up there. That shows my crew skills and my equipment. No equipment. No crew skills. I'm definitely not giving myself a very hard game. And if you heard a sneeze in the background right now, that was a cat. I'm not sure if you heard it or not, but it was a cat sneezing. And there's that guy. T1 Cunningham. Probably the tank people are going to tell me I should have brought. Are they right? Probably. I mean, yeah. That's the one that always kicks my butt in randoms when I play this thing in randoms, which I don't think I have in like a year. And now I made a stupid mistake and got myself shot. On the bright side, now I know what kind of gun he has. I know he has a rapid-firing gun that does that much damage per shot. So what am I going to do now? And he's in the cap circle. Let's see if I can catch him off guard. I did. Unload, unload. He hit me twice more. There goes my driver, half my crew. I only have 2 crew members. Remember that for later. These things have 2 crew members. If all of your crew members die, your tank is dead. It still has hit points left, but your tank is dead because your crew is gone. And you don't have any crew left to apply a medkit to anyone else, so, well, oh well. Okay, now we're one-shot kills for each other. Well, he's more than a one-shot, but practically a one-shot because of this rapid-fire gun. I know this thing has flat sides, a big tracks on the side, so hopefully I can cause him to bounce a couple or shoot him into my track. I have no idea how many rounds this thing has in a magazine. I mean, the T1. No idea what it has. So I'm just going to have to guess. He fired 3, 1 bounced, 4, and apparently he had 5 shots. Dang it! Dang it! If I had studied first, I would have known that he had 5 shells, and I could have won that. But, oh well. That's what I get for never ever playing tier 1s. Like I said, last time I played in this thing, which is my only tier 1, it was probably like a year ago. Well, eh. And now we're sliding down the hill sideways. That's fun to do, especially when you're driving up the hill. at a certain angle, all of a sudden your tank will start kind of drifting sideways along the hill. It's quite fun. If you haven't done it before, go try it. In a training room, not in a game. And is the person there? No. Again, MS1, no idea what that tank really does. No idea if it has a rapid fire gun. No idea if it has a single shot gun, or if it has any kind of armor, or if it's fast or slow. I think it's a slower tank. Maybe not quite as slow as me. But again, no idea what gun it has. But I guess I'm about to learn, right? I'm going to find out about these tanks by the end of this tournament. Just kind of be beat by them. So far, 1 draw, 1 victory. Oh, sorry, 1 draw, 1 loss. So it's not looking too good. We need to turn this around. Where are you? Come out wherever you are, guy. I will defeat you. Where are you? Come around this corner. Come on. Let me shoot you. Let me shoot you. MS1. You're making me impatient. Don't make me get impatient. If you make me impatient, then I don't know. I'll be impatient. I don't have any kind of threat there at all. There's nothing I can do about it except, I don't know, give up waiting, go and find him myself, hopefully not get caught out, give up my awesome new spot that is now like my house, my home. It's great. We're on the hunt. Just flying along at top speed here. Look at me go. Whee! Let's go hunt down an MS1. So he might be hiding in the cap circle. Like at his base, I mean. He might be AFK up there on the hill. Doesn't look like he's AFK. He might be hiding in the field off to my right. Didn't even consider it at the time. He might be just around this corner. I didn't proxy spot him. I don't see him anywhere. Is he around this corner even farther? I don't see him. Is he driving through the center? Maybe he's just arriving on our cap circle right now and he's about to start capping. I hope so. Then I know where he is. Is he in the middle here somewhere? I don't see him. I'm avoiding driving through his cap circles. I don't want to give my position away. I don't want him to know where I am. If you tell people where you are by going through the cap circle in the game, you're practically telling them in the text chat, being like, hey, I'm over here, come kill me. Hey, there he is. Oh, he sees me now. I'll load some rounds into him. Switch it out for some premium stuff. The good stuff. Do some side scraping. This tank actually is rather effective at side scraping, if you can do it right. There we go, let's bounce. And he's dead. Just like that, there's a victory. It only took way too long. And now let's do it all over again. Now we have a T1 that we're facing again. Last one kicked our butts. Let's see if we can avenge ourselves. Let's see if we can show all you guys who are like, oh, the T1's so much better. You should definitely bring that instead of this Renault. Let's see. He's not an amazing player, but the point is, we're gonna beat a tank that you guys think is better. No, the T1 honestly is probably the best tank to bring for these, but like I said, way too lazy and way too cheap to buy these tanks, which I think these tanks are free, the tier 1s. So that's my super valid excuse right there. Too expensive. But now I once again have lots of time to contemplate what direction he's going to come from, what kind of awesome gun elevation and depression angles does this gun have. Turns out better elevation than depression. It's a happy tank. It's not very depressed. And that's not a terrible joke at all. That's not the sound of you face palming right now. Going, why do I watch this guy? He makes terrible jokes sometimes. Oh, just you wait. Just you wait. You don't even know what I'm capable of. It's terrible. I'll give you a hint. It involves a fortune cookie. That's all I'm going to say for now. It involves a fortune cookie. Enjoy a fortune cookie. Oh, I make myself sad. So moving on. We're watching for enemies. What's you gonna do? You'll see me get bored at certain times here in this game too. I don't know if it's this replay or the next replay I do it, but you see me. Oh, there we go. I am impatient. I'm like, no, make it stop. Make it stop. I can't take this anymore. And eventually, I learn, why am I camping here this whole time? Hoping that he'll get impatient before I do, when it's me that gets impatient every single time first, and has to go and hunt the other guy down. Meh. Meh. Oh, there he is. Whoa, he's behind me. Holy crap, he's in the field. Fire! Jump down! Don't flip it. Oh, flip yourself almost. Okay, that would have been bad. Now I'm watching the mini-map, watching what direction he's going to go. Is he going to come through the center of the town, or is he going to come along the side that I was just at? I can't tell. Which way was he going? We're going to try to position ourselves in a way that we can spot him if he comes up behind us immediately, but we can still shoot at him if he comes up in front of us. I'm not sure which direction he's going at. Oh, there he is right there. Now what he should do right here is just run around the corner and unload his magazine into us and kill us. But what I thought he was doing at the time was just being a little bit not the smartest. Turns out I destroyed his engine. So that's why he was just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Because I destroyed his engine and he simply could not do anything about it. Did he have a repair kit? I don't know. Maybe he just decided it's too expensive and didn't want to use it. Maybe he's not a rich player. I don't know what kind of player he is, really. I don't know what tanks he has. And now this time, we're facing another one of these little tractors. Last time we faced one of these, it ended up drawing the game. Well, let's see what we can do about this. Are you over here? Are you at this corner? Nope. I mean, if you guys ever happen to face me in one of these games, you should know my tactics. I mean, I don't expect you to to memorize everything I do, but you should know that I like going to those corners first, right at the beginning of the game. Maybe you can think of some way to counter that. And I mean, you should probably know by now, too, which tanks I'm going to bring to my tournaments. I mean, obviously, if it's a Tier 1 tournament, I'm bringing this thing. Not that there's a whole lot to really choose from at Tier 1, in my opinion. If I'm bringing a Tier 5, I'm probably going to bring the KB1S. If I can bring a heavy, or an M4 if I can bring a medium only. If it's a Tier 6, I'm bringing a KB85. Tier 7, I'll probably bring an IS. Tier 8, a 110. Tier 9, I don't know. Could be a couple things now. I'm not sure what my favorite Tier 9 is right now. And Tier 10, probably a T110E5. Oh, and while we're waiting here for the next 3 hours for either me to get impatient or some random guy to appear to shoot at, shout out to the first guy I faced that I ended up getting a draw with, Storm. Turns out, after the tournament was over, or near the end of it, he sent me a message and said, "Hey, good game. I like your mod pack." And I'm like, oh, I played someone that recognized me. That I didn't expect that to happen in a tournament, because I mean, there's what, 9 people you have in a tournament fighting against in a 1v1. Of those 9 people, I didn't really expect anyone to really ever recognize me. I've had people recognize me or my team in 3v3s before when we play those all the time, but what you gonna do? Hey, I mean, that's cool. That's neat that I get recognized. It seems like recently I haven't been recognized as much as I used to be, but I think that's partially because of things that I do on the channel. If I've been doing less tanks, then I get recognized less often because there's less World of Tanks viewers, essentially. But it's neat that I get recognized, and I think that some of the clan guys think it's neat too. For example, Bruiser or TB Rays or whoever happens to appear in my videos more often. If somebody sees them, they're like, "Hey, I know you. You're that guy that I saw on that YouTube channel thing." Oh, we're being captured now. Let's go. Enough of this discussion. We're on a mission. Get there as fast as we possibly can. Try to take this guy out. And I've mentioned in other videos for tournaments, I've never had anyone try to capture the base and actually win a game against me. Because now, what this guy has done, I know where he is. I know he's in the base, and he could be looking in any of like 3, 4, or 5 directions right now, not knowing what direction I'm coming from. So chances are, I'm going to go around this corner, and he's going to be looking in an opposite direction as to what I'm actually going to appear from, which means I'm going to be able to shoot several shells into his butt before he can even do anything about it. I'm going to have twice the hit points of him by the end of this, and less I get spotted through these buildings. These buildings are so stupid on this map. I feel like I get spotted through them all the time. I know there's that 50-meter view range, the proxy spot right there, but I feel like at the same time I get spotted from farther than 50 meters away through these things, and I don't feel like there's enough holes in these buildings to be able to see through them, which, so I don't know what to think about this map. I think it's a little bit weird as far as spotting goes. Maybe it's just me, but that's how I feel. Alright, what am I going to do now? Let's get into Cypher mode. Let's see if we can hit his turret. We've loaded some premium rounds because the first one's in bounds. Even that was probably because it was just a super high angle they're shooting a side at. And now he's going to try to whittle us down. He fires most of the shots and misses them. Get around behind him, gave us his butt, and we easily take the victory there. No problem. So now, funny thing is, remember the guy I got the draw with in that first game? And that I was talking about a minute ago? Well, he actually lost his last game, which means that now, because we drew with him, and he is in first place, if I win this game, then it'll make me tied with him in first place, and therefore we will both get 500 gold. If I win this game. However, given that the person he's facing in his last game did not show up for any other game, it's safe to say that he got a technical victory and won. So, if I win this game, we both get 500 gold for our first prize. We essentially tie. If I lose, he gets 500, I get 400. So it works out very nicely for him. And thank you, Guy, for the opportunity for allowing me this chance at 500 gold. I will happily take free gold. All I have to do now is not lose this game. I can't lose this game. This game is worth 100 gold right here. No pressure. I won't lose any sleep over it, but no pressure, you know? So what's this guy gonna do? I'm watching for the enemy. Where's he gonna appear from? Is he gonna do the same thing as me would have done before as I've left that flank, went all the way to the other far side of the map, and met the opponent over at the far side of the map again, like he was doing the exact same thing as me. Had the exact same idea at the same time, and I found that kind of funny. I forget what tournament that was from, but it was one that I have recorded as well. Probably a tier 8 or a tier 9. Paranoid about him coming up behind me. Thinking maybe if he took a shortcut, he might be able to catch me. I don't know how fast he is exactly. I don't think he's that fast, but cover my bases anyway. I don't see him down the middle of the map. If he cut through the middle, I might expect to see him there. I'll cautiously peek around this corner. Maybe he's retreated to this corner right here and is waiting for me to do something. Again, he doesn't know what direction I'm really going to come from. And he's capturing our base. Well, now we know. Alright, so remember earlier I talked about how I only have 2 crew members, and if both crew members die, then my tank is essentially dead, and I cannot use my first aid kit because I don't have a crew member to use the first aid kit with on the other one. Well, we're about to see that in action. So are you ready to see crew knocked out? If he's looking this way, then I think we all know what's going to happen. He's not looking this way. And there we go. We killed his entire crew. His tank still had health points left over at the end, but we wiped out his entire crew, so we got kind of lucky there. Given that we did have that health point advantage because we got the first few shots into him first, we probably would have been able to win even if we didn't take out his crew, but I found that kind of funny that it seems relatively rare that you ever take out someone's crew, and the only time I've ever really seen it happen before is at really low tiers, like the tier 1, 2, 3 range, when a lot of tanks only have like 2 crew members. But that rarely happens in random, so I was really surprised to see it happen in a tournament, but nonetheless it was very neat, and luckily we managed to tie with the guy in the team technical victory, Storm, for first place. We bought 500 gold each. Awesome. Thanks, guy. Anyways, 500 more gold. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you later.